Hi CPS students, this is Megan from Achieve 3000. Today I want to show you a few different ways to find some articles that you might be interested in. One way is to use the keyword search. You can search for terms or things that interest you like baseball, basketball, animals. So if I type in animals and hit search, it will bring me up many lessons, in this case over 500, and I can go through and look for ones that might be interesting to me, like about furry friends at an animal shelter, monkeys, wild animals, cold-blooded animals. So if I find that one that I like, maybe I want to read this one right now, I can click into it and start reading it. If I find a few that I like, maybe I probably won't be able to read them all today. So I can favorite it and come back to it later. So maybe I want to read this one about the case for having pets because I love my pets. I want to come back to it later. I can just hit this heart and it will fill in pink. That means I'll be able to find it on my homepage later when I have the chance to read it. So if I find that one and Moosewatch, I'm going to add them to my favorites. Now, to find these favorites again, I'm going to go back to my homepage. You can always get back to your homepage by clicking the Achieve 3000 button. And this is what it looks like when you log in. To find your favorites, just scroll down. And here are those two articles we just favorited, The Case for Having Pets and Moosewatch. They're under a group of articles called collections, and my favorites will be first. So if I want to look at more that I favorited, I can just hit View More, and it will show me all of the articles I favorited. When I come back, I read Moosewatch. I can unfavorite it if I don't want to see it on my homepage anymore. I can also use this collection section to find other articles I'm interested in reading about. You can just hit this arrow to go over and look for different collections or groups of articles that you're interested in. I'm going to take a look at the teen channel. These will be articles that are of high interest to teenagers. If you are younger, you'll have the kids channel, and there'll be articles that are of high interest to children in grades 3 through 8. So I can look for things that would be interested. Maybe I want to read Got Coffee, or Star Trek. I can go to The Scoop and find STEM-related articles, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Lots of interesting ones here. I can always hit View More to see more articles. So you might say football, but with that kind of STEM relationship. What are the dangers of pro football? There's also News Channel, which are things that are currently happening, current events that are of interest to students, like Pi Day was last week, women making their mark in STEM, rock stars in Madagascar, Kindness Day. And if I continue to go over, you might see some different ones. There are fiction stories. When you see the fiction stories, you'll see, hey, these look the same. They're episodes. Those are like chapters. So here's chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6. I want to start it. I'm going to find chapter 1. Here we are. And I can go in and read this fiction story. It will be set up like the nonfiction articles you read. Read the fiction story on the left. I'll just go down to the bottom. When you finish reading, you'll go over and answer the multiple choice questions. Going back to the homepage. Another place to find articles are right here on the carousel. So you might have, depending on the day, a different number of articles here on your carousel. And when you find one that you like, you can click into it and read that article. So I hope you use some of these different ways to find